The set of sounds always to make every situation second, we can controlling the environment of other not being dedicated to affecting our mood. Or anyway, go showing of a certain kind of times, or tend to keep it up anything. And a general life occasion, the philosophication, execution problems, the food here. Okay, you gotta do it today, talk about what did you want to do today. And there was a couple of different options and interests occasion I was interested to today. One of the things was get some girls here to dancing, hanging. Alright, I'm gonna give a call to one of your favorite person who's around there. And just to keep a call operation. Yes. I should be early to exploit those gaps. Indeed, occasion. I'm not gonna make sure bad anything, but it's just a question of some bad things which are undonable right now. Like always, occasion best things. Well, no matter what I think myself of doing, okay, so there's something. Alright, bring us something. Always to the conclusion, do something about the paper. One of the investigations to concentration, it's all talking about the waste of the time, a waste of the life, a waste of the matter and meaning. And it all will be existential crisis of we're dropping on a pointlessness, into the dismay, into the occasional. Alright, looks like this kind of things are not exceptionally well and utilized and implemented inside of it. Well, you have a long history of using a kind of a hard disk. Look at this smart paper on occasion. They have 1,000 different names how this kind of a transistor. Now you get a better idea of what the names are, like a condensator and so on for each of the component of the station use. This metal seems to have been just a clue together. Is that the case? All computers could always be useful, but in the best possible use. We're getting tired of the life, getting more energy, getting other things out. Who's getting a plug-in in? Just a one way of the universe occasion. Do you realize of your reality about what you exist on an occasion? There is no other chance to be otherwise. This is the case. The nature itself is the world. If anything, occasion the most demanding of an all. The way I am, the way you are, the way everything else relate and everything else. Or there is quite a plenty of this. So one of the day in the world and place and field and so on. Temptation, it's not any shame out of it in holding on those beliefs and thoughts and continuation. It's just a fine. What is not fine maybe is also the kind of a non-existential, non-poverty. That's the only thing what is the Hicc problem, not that how much the personal psychology have a feeling of the kind of inferiority. That's not the problem. And also it's not problem of the kind of insecurities or views or judgments or so on, but the reality is so far the person is free to exercise his own control. The power of the soul, will to power. This kind of thing is any kind of preclude things are. You will be certain how it is possible to take occasion to cause an implementing case. Is this a severing kind of these connections with sort of so important location? Which side those connections are going in line? I'm going to use in every possible way. Or is there some location which have been not maximized and so on to the good inside of it, or is it just a mere location to cave? So how is implemented? Is all the electricity going inside of the exceptionally smaller parts inside of this occasion motherboard? Sometimes it might be better to show in a computer straight on televised occasion. You still have a different probabilities. Another thing is occasion creating a list occasion yourself. Is it a paper, is it air, but occasion concerns about the transitions of the mobile files, the long-term storage. You have already discussed it about occasion thousands of times. There's nothing more to say about it than they keep doing it and so on occasion on. I mean, like some metaphorically lack of a purpose. This kind of purpose is just a self-created, like everything else. It's just created. Everything is always legitimate, how things are, the beings, and it's just your soul. They should be that you should get an actor on the kind of your own, out of or related.
You able to get it? Yeah, what are we getting advice right now on?
We'll do everything about education. This can show previous degree of inspirations. Well, and going with every discussions is to be very open-minded. Of course, because of education to come in and a paper. So you have a paper. What different languages you speak? This kind of a discussion you're putting in a paper. Okay, so you come in and seeing it around. When we should have given the other way around. Exactly, you know this is good. So what languages you speak around in reality? In reality, occasion, this is gonna be keeping an occupation. If I say utilizing association, sailing of the stuff occasion. How many times did that have to mention in life? The selling of stuff occasion. You can have how much you can ownership. You never should ever know. You can always have more and more and more. But the taste of having a justification is necessary. It's only when you think about it, you have something in your possessions when it comes and useful your own interest occasion. Otherwise, it's just occasion to pure necessity. And pure necessities are not necessary to the most intricate things to existing occasion. They are within any type occasion a very confirming, a very intricate, but they are, as I say, pure necessities. And different type of sockets occasion and playing on with those toys. Coming and showing application will not pull it is this kind of hard disk part just seems to have a certain kind of a numerical value ELD equation. It might be very useful if taken away. But these components can be reused in some other way format. And if you take a look around it, you have a 2-ticket display all the point. So what is this? Is it a LED or is it some kind of electric? Electric machines have your own paper names. CCs, creating means for oneself. And this kind of a means can be different from everything else. Going into those squares and squares displayed here. Those are circles. What do they feel? Representing of certain type of forms. It's different kind of an attitude, different kind of places. Place remains. He himself was very inexcusable in the format Excel. Absolutely. It seems to be always be one of the hardest to get by, to talk by, to do anything about it. But the ones that work it out very well. So that things has been ever look it so good again. Occasion. Well, but that was it. The best. Get in a second toys. I'll show you. Wait. Right next time you are available, okay? It sounds good. They already know about the learning, getting over period. But anyway, as you say about that kind of situation, you have once already experienced it. What else you can see? You once painter do that. Is it already great? Or is it just something like a continuous, mindless occasion? I have some other issues here. Looks like some kind of a device has been disappear, vanish from this. Is it you some of the kind of damage has been taken this? We already talked. There is more occasional to this. Seems to be the good portion of this occasion is really broken it. Destroyed. There is some other kind of occasion. If they're gonna know to put a look around, it's quite obvious and third occasion. It is scary to think about what's going on here, but looks like it is station port. And how can you implement this? Can you just tell me, or if you really yourself, to have energy, to have another energy to doing something in your life? Existential crisis. It exists, and so it be. But another bit too much concern, another bit of shame about the existential crisis. Station, the world, the life it is, here it is such type of a system continuously. So, silicon, mage, LMHE, mage. Alright, for continuous occasion, this consider for putting in a favor faster. It's these days with start date off, days in. Enjoy it, so long you have it. Occasion is this very necessity.
Why I'm still wasting my time at going in circles, getting nowhere, nothing in my life in appellation to getting close, getting farther away. So we take a look around this. So when you have a time to have a feeling of doing a search, everything is conducted by the baby. Well, their wishes, wills, interest, and so on. Nobody wanna consult, but it's good. Why to Martin? This is interesting, a human brain of psychology. Is that you have a will or interest, or maybe not. You have an idea, alright, something should be one way, but it's not that way. But the situation is, it actually doesn't matter, is it that way? Because you have no priority on that, you have no certain kind of very strict way to this, and you have a lot kind of freedom on this to be any way possible, and you don't mind however it is. So there's no any kind of a primal choice, like any choice is coming on to some kind of better in one onto another. You have a common indiscriminate interest. There is no preferences of the certain kind of options. It doesn't always case for everything. But there's always occasion in. But it's apparent equation. In a human life, it's a human life. This kind of thing can give interactions about the interactiveness, especially human brains, connected human bodies. Discussion about this. One thing is, as I say about the long time ago establishment, I have another interest in putting it